Lines of hungry people waiting for a meal have doubled in Brazil during the past 2 years. 33 million people can barely eat in a country that produces enough food to feed 1/10 of the world's population. Alessandra Pereira, mother of 5 and unemployed, is one of them. She lost her job at a gas station during the COVID-19 pandemic, but could rely on government handouts.
Ficou pior, mais ainda.
Now the handouts and donations have dwindled, and inflation has doubled the price of staple food products like rice.
In Rio de Janeiro, one of Brazil's richest cities, the crisis is visible. During the first 5 months of this year, the number of people qualifying for government help to feed their families has increased by 100% compared to the same period in 2021.
It's the worst backlash in 3 decades. When Brazil first started its campaign to fight hunger, we're now back on the United Nations hunger map, which we had managed to leave in 2014. That's why Rio's government is planning to open 55 new soup kitchens this year.
This soup kitchen will be handing out 200 meals every day. Pereira is one of the lucky ones. Another 100 families have applied for aid, but there aren't enough resources. Recovered addict Carlos Fonte works as a chef in a restaurant in the Babilônia slum. His only son was killed in a shootout with the police.
I found a way to cure my sorrow. With the help of people from our neighbourhood, we have reached out for donations and are cooking meals for those who are facing a much worse situation than we are.
The situation is so serious in Brazil that experts are comparing hunger in Latin America's largest economy to that of some of the world's poorest countries.
Food insecurity in Brazil has increased 4 times more than the average global rate. The pandemic, the rise in fuel prices, and record inflation of more than 11% a year are a part of the problem. But that doesn't explain why Brazil's doing so badly, despite being a major agricultural producer and exporter.
Brazil's President Jair Bolsonaro, who is up for re-election in October, is pushing to increase government handouts until the end of the year. Meanwhile, the poor from the Babilônia slum in Rio are helping the poorest with their prayers and by sharing what little they have. Monica Yanaki of Al Jazeera, Rio de Janeiro.